Hey guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay today. Today I'll be rating the new Shrine of Secrets of Wednesday the 13th of January 2021. Now this is the second Shrine of Secrets of this year, and yeah, if you don't know what I do in this series, if you guys are new, I go over the perks, I rate the perks out of 10, and give my honest opinions and knowledge of game of why I rate it like that. And at the end of the video, I recommend one perk you guys should buy for the Shrine. So before I get into today's Shrine, if you could drop a like and subscribe, I really appreciate that. And yeah, let's jump right into the Shrine. So the first perk is called Breakout. This is Yui's teachable perk. So what this perk does, when within 6 meters of a carried survivor, you gain a haste status effect, which is movement speed, by the way, and you move at an increased speed of at level 1 5% movement speed, at level 2 6% movement speed, and at level 3 7% movement speed. The carried survivor's wiggle speed is increased by 20%. And yeah, what I rate this perk out of 10? Probably a maybe a 3. Honestly, yeah, it may seem a bit high or a bit low, or like pretty low to some people's standards, but honestly, this perk's too gimmicky. Now when this perk first released, it was way stronger because the wiggle speed was actually increased if more survivors were next to the killer with the perk, so they will stack. But obviously they nerfed it, so only one survivor does it, so it doesn't stack. It was really disgusting, but it's pretty weak, and it's too, in my opinion, it's too gimmicky. You're really only going to use this perk if you're doing the wiggle off build, which is obviously a really gimmicky build and situational. So yeah, that's why I rate it a 3 out of 10. Let's move on to the second perk. So the second perk is called Mindbreaker. This is the Demogorgon's teachable perk. So what this perk does, while repairing generators, survivors are afflicted by the exhaustive stats effect. So they can't use Dead Hard, Sprint Burst. You'll order the exhaustive perks so they become exhausted. And any existing, obviously, exhaustion timers are paused while the survivor is repairing a generator. After ending the repair action, the survivor is affected by the exhaustive stats effect for, at level 1, 3 seconds, level 2, 4 seconds, and level 3, 5 seconds. So, what I rate this perk out of 10, maybe a 2.5 or 2. I mean, like, it does sound good on paper, they become exhausted, but like, it's pretty simple. Like, just when you get hit, if the killer comes, you could probably just like run away, throw down a pallet and stand still for like a couple of seconds. Like 5 seconds isn't that long. Like, I understand if it's 30 seconds, then that would be really good, or even 20, or even 15. That'd be decent. But 5, like, they can stand still for 5 seconds after you pre-hit them. Like, like, it's pretty simple to get the exhaustion back, especially if you're going against low rank killers, in my opinion, as I said. So yeah, to really make this perk viable in my opinion, just make it at least 15 seconds of the survivor being exhausted. Let's move on to the third perk. So the third perk is called Off the Record. This is Arena's teachable perk. So what this perk does, once you are unhooked or escape from the hook, obviously 4% or deliverance, Off the Record activates for at level 1 60 seconds, at level 2 70 seconds, at level 3 8 seconds. While Off the Record is active, your aura will not be shown to the killer, and grunts of pain caused by injuries are reduced by 100%. So, what I rate this perk out of 10? Probably a 3.5, maybe. It's still pretty low. Yeah, as I said, it may sound good on paper, but why would you need an Iron Will in a different perk for only 80 seconds if you have a level 3? You might as well just run Iron Will, you have it the whole game when you're injured. Unless you have Strider, but Strider also counts this perk as well, so you might as well run Iron Will if you don't want to be heard when you're injured. It's just stupid. What's the point of having another perk which you only get it for 80 seconds? And the aura thing, reading thing, like, maybe that works with object. I think it does. I'm not sure, but obviously it's after you've been unhooked, so 80 seconds is okay, I guess. When running object, you're not really going to see this over the whole game unless, you know, they're literally staring at you and trying to be toxic, then maybe. But either way, yeah, it's not really that necessary in my opinion, because this perk may only be decently viable if you're running object as well, but on its own it's shit, in my opinion at least. Let's move on to the fourth and final perk. So the fourth and final perk is called Predator. This is the Wraith's teachable perk. So scratch marks left by survivors will spawn at level 1 slightly, at level 2 moderately, and at level 3 considerably close together. Yeah, would I rate this perk out of 10? Probably a 1.5, maybe, or even a 2. Like, it's so hard to compliment this perk because it's really only decently useful with Spirit, and it's only useful with your, you know, maybe learning Spirit, but other than that it's shit. I mean, yeah, you might as well just run Strider if you're learning Spirit. You don't really need this, in my opinion at least. But yeah, let's move on to the final thing of today's video, which is one perk I recommend you guys buy off the shrine. So the one perk I recommend you guys buy off the shrine of Wednesday the 13th of January 2021 is Breakout. I know I did rate off the record higher, or was it I rate higher? I think I rated off the record, or Mindbreaker higher is one of them, then Breakout. But yeah, like, I know they're all gimmicky. Off the record, literally you might as well run Iron Will, and it's only decently viable with objects, and still 80 seconds isn't that much. Mindbreaker, it's easily countable. With Breakout, at least you can actually get it working. Like, when it works, it's like just a DS with less of a stun. Plus you have to be near the survivor all the time, but it's the only perk that actually works in my opinion. And yeah, let me know in the comment section below, would you guys rate these perks out of 10? And I rate this whole shrine entirely probably a 1 out of 10. It's probably the worst shrine we've had on this series so far. We've been doing this series since fucking July the 1st, I think. So yeah, this has been fucking terrible in my opinion. But anyways, stay safe in these hard times. I'll see you guys next week on the next shrine. Peace.